reason we came to South Africa, we were looking for a setting kind of above all settings, and we considered lots of options in Europe, even kind of further afield like the States. And then we hit on the idea of South Africa. And I came up with the idea of Scylla's most audacious scam to date, for which you'd need a family out here. Handed that over to Mark Wadlow and Joe Turner, the writers, and they brought it to life on the page, and this man here brought it to life on the screen.
Hopefully. Well, the differences between filming in South Africa and filming in Manchester on Coronation Street is it's pretty much sunshine every day, and for a film that requires it to look like that, and Sun City, it needed the sun, and we've had that every single day.
Yeah, I mean, and in story terms, this is completely unique. Unlike kind of Coronation Street, the soap, which is forever, you know, ongoing and growing, this has a very distinct beginning, middle and end.
Oh, I'd like a shower and Dickinson massage, but we don't always get what we want.
I think it's Chesney. Oh, that's stuck in a wheelchair his whole life.
Well, the first preparation was to find locations, which we found in Sun City, and we looked at various safari places, and we ended up at a place called Brookers. The reason we ended up at Brookers was because they can bring the animals to us, whereas in a lot of the other game reserves, you go on a game drive and you may see a lion, you may see an elephant, you may see a rhino, whereas here they can bring the animals to us. Then the other preparation was to find a crew, was for me to find a first AD, costume, makeup, and so we did all of that. And lastly, I think the last thing we had to find was, of course, the South African cast. We didn't really know what to expect, and I think we were both pleasantly surprised when we saw the first DVD of the first casting session, and immediately, I think on that first DVD we saw, we had the character Alfie, who's played by Tim Plewman. And although we saw other Alfies, I think we both realised that he was Alfie from his first word, really. And so that was the key sort of preparation.
And we're also lucky enough to find little Lizzie, who plays Ellie. It's her first TV job, and she has absolutely blown us away. Her and Sam have got on so well, and there's been real chemistry from the start, and she was a real fan for us, wasn't she?
Yeah, absolutely, she was, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, one of the biggest difficulties really kind of the crew really understanding the pace that Duncan needed to work at in order to kind of achieve what we've achieved. But to a man, they've pulled together and really made it happen. See, it's great fun filming in Africa, but the problem is you sometimes get uninvited extras. We didn't want anybody to watch this and feel as if they weren't watching South Africa, and they were actually just watching us, you know, filming in corridors in England. Duncan's constantly tried to bring kind of South Africa to the screen with depth and the colour, and I think hopefully we've achieved that.
It's definitely been easier filming on safari than it was in Sun City. Sun City was very difficult because the access we had to move equipment around, and also the fact that we had a lot of people on holiday there who obviously are on holiday and aren't too interested in a film crew trying to film something, whereas on safari it really is a film set, and you know, everything comes to us, we've got total control, and so the filming on the safari was much easier than at Sun City.
I think the cast really from day one have absolutely loved shooting here. It's been a big ask. It's been a very, very difficult schedule, but it's also been a lot of fun. They've really enjoyed it, and how can you not enjoy filming here?
The experience of filming in South Africa has just been tremendous, and to reintroduce Scylla back into the fold has been just terrific. And I think the other thing I've enjoyed has been working with Chesney and his first love story, really, which is totally different for Sam to work on than the Chesney we've seen back in Manchester over the last 5 or 6 years.
I think it's been rewarding really for everybody, and kind of the way that we've seen this grow, from really the idea that we had, seeing the script come to life, kind of, you know, the weeks before kind of imagining and kind of thinking, will we ever get there? Will we kind of, you know, achieve what we set out to achieve? And I think kind of between everybody, the cast, the crew, we've achieved that, and we've absolutely loved being out here, getting it on camera. and we can only hope now that the audience enjoys it every bit as much as we have.